God, surrounded by God, fought for God, would allow the enemy to carry him away. They still alive, he was down in church. What am I preaching? Some of the folks that was close to us, they let something carry them away. Sometimes a lie, sometimes a girl, sometimes a boy, sometimes a situation. Sometimes they was offended, but they allowed it to carry them away. When David returns, all he sees is that everything that he had worked for was broke. Who am I preaching to? Did you ever work to do something only to look back and go, and this thing is more messed up now than it ever was? Who am I preaching to? It's broke. And sometimes families are broken, and sometimes relationships with sons and daughters are broken, and sometimes even in ministry we live in such a critical time where it's so judgmental. We criticize sometimes everything that's not us. Yes. Like God only made one flower. Like he only made one bird. If we're not careful, we'll become like Saul. We'll spend all of our energy throwing spears at one another, while the Philistines look on and laugh, and we don't even got to do nothing because they're killing each other. Yes. We talk about people because they run around the church, and we talk about people because they dance funny. And sometimes we even put our fingers on pastors. I thought they would be spiritually mature. They up there running and dancing and shouting. All right. As long as I'm in that wind, I'm going to be all right. Yes, sir. Yes. Yes. David comes back to find everything destroyed. And then what made it hard for David is that the people that he was with turned on him. Who am I preaching to? That hurts. Yes. It's one thing if the world does it. All right. It's another thing when it's in the same house. Oh, yes. It's another thing when it's in the same church. It's another thing when it's in the same ministry. It's another thing when it's in your family. It's another thing when it's your friend. All right. Because that will hurt you to the core. Right. His own people turned on him. All right. And spoke of stoning him. Jesus. You ever felt like you were by yourself? Let me see your hand. It's all right. Can you be honest? And you said, yeah, I'm sharing these situations with people. When I get in that car by myself, I feel like I'm alone. Who am I preaching to? Sometimes the whole church could be with you. Is that right? But at night when you're holding that baby and you're crying, sometimes it's just you and God. That's right. David felt more alone at that moment than any other time. But he had to encourage himself. See, when you really want something from God, you don't need this preacher to tell you to stand up and shout because he's here, because you already know he's here. Right. And your desire and your praise and your response to God shows God how bad you want something from him. Yes. 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 Don't tell me you want something from God and you sit in your seat looking dead all night. I'm sorry. All right. Don't tell me you want something from God and you never lift your hands. Don't tell me you want something from God and you never shout and you never praise God and you never enter in. No, look at your neighbor and say, sometimes when nobody else will praise him. Say, sometimes when nobody else will call on him. Sometimes when the whole church looks like they're going to sleep, you got to go blind by the mass on the church. And if nobody else will praise him, you lift your hands, open up your mouth, and praise him all by yourself. Say, Lord, I want you. Lord, I need you. Lord, I desire you.